Hi, this is Shubhayan Chakravarti for RevSportz. So another disappointing end for the Indian team in the WTC cycle and another defeat in an ICC tournament. We are still without an ICC trophy since 2013, and it has been a disappointing show by the Indian team when it comes to both the WTC finals against New Zealand in the past and now against Australia. But there has been a lot of question marks around what should be the course going forward from the Indian selection committee, from the Indian team management, whether the veterans should be dropped from the next cycle, whether there should be new faces in this squad. And I wrote a piece around who can be blooded in, who can be phased out in this WTC cycle. So we'll talk a bit about that in this video. It's a video series, so stay tuned for the other videos that will come up here as well. So let's start with the captain of the team, Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma is 36, and by the time the next WTC cycle comes in, when the final comes in, he will be 38. Can Rohit Sharma continue to play top level cricket with his average fitness? His fitness record, let's be honest, has not been good. He has missed a lot of tests in this WTC cycle. We saw the likes of Jasprit Bumrah, we saw the likes of KL Rahul captaining the Indian team in crucial stages when Rohit Sharma was not fit. So Rohit Sharma's fitness will determine whether he can be part of this Indian team in the entirety of this WTC cycle. Also, Rohit, since he started opening in 2019 against South Africa at home, he has been absolutely phenomenal. He averages more than 50 with the bat, so that says a lot about his caliber, his class and his contribution with the bat for the Indian team. But his fitness will be a major concern, major key factor in determining whether Rohit Sharma, the hitman, can continue to be part of this Indian test setup. And also another factor, if Rohit continues to be part of this Indian team as a captain, then it gives a bit of time for the Indian team management, for the captain himself to groom the next leader in the pack for the upcoming years. So again, his fitness will be a key concern, but let us know what you think about Rohit Sharma, whether he should continue, whether he should be dropped from the Indian team, whether he should be sacked from the captaincy. Everything you can drop your expression, you can drop your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below. Let's move to the second player in this list, that is Cheteshwar Pujara. Cheteshwar Pujara has played more than 100 test matches for India, and no one is denying the fact that he is an absolute legend for the Indian team. What he did in Australia, what he has done in many tests in his entire career cannot be forgotten. But at the same time, we have to be realistic. Pujara is also at the fag end of his career. His averages have dipped massively in test formats. In 2021, he averages just 31 with the bat in the longest format. So that is something which the Indian team management needs to have a real hard look on that. With new talent, new blood coming in, there have been some sensational performers in domestic circuit and for India A, and maybe I think it's time for the Indian team management, the selection committee, the BCCI to say thank you Pujara, but we are looking towards the future now. But an absolute legend, he has given so many match winning moments for the Indian team, but at the same time we have to look forward to the future as well. And when the selection committee sits to pick the West Indies series, the squad for the West Indies series, I think that will be the major talking point, that Pujara, he has done his service for India, but let's try someone new in that number 3 role. And that brings us to the two bowlers that we will talk about in this video. So the first bowler in this list is Mohammad Shami. He has been one of the fittest bowlers for the Indian team, one of the most skillful bowlers in the entire world going around with the red ball. And Mohammad Shami, he has been a very tricky character in terms of fans not acknowledging his efforts that much on social media, but at the same time Mohammad Shami has done extremely good, and I don't know whether Mohammad Shami will be a part of that T20A setup. He has done extremely well in IPL, but whether he will continue to be part of that T20A setup. If he is not, then he will get more time to relax, more time to rest, and that will prolong his test career as well. Mohammad Shami with the red ball is an absolute delight to watch, especially in the second innings. He has a fantastic record. So Mohammad Shami, in my opinion, should continue in this WTC cycle, especially when the Indian team management is still searching for top class red ball bowler in this circuit. Of course, there are many names which we will talk about in this video series who can be blooded into the Indian setup in terms of pace bowlers. But right now, I think Mohammad Shami, being one of the leaders, one of the experienced bowlers with Jasprit Bumrah's shaky injury record, I think Mohammad Shami will be a key player in this next WTC cycle. That brings us to another veteran, another workhorse who has done so much for India in test whites. That is Umesh Yadav. With Umesh Yadav, the number one thing that strikes everyone's mind I think is that the consistency factor. Umesh Yadav has never been consistent with the red ball, despite being such a lethal workhorse in Indian conditions, but he has never really taken his game to a different level. Given that he has a natural outswinger, he can bowl extremely quick and he can bowl long spells as well. But his fitness record again has been a bit dodgy. In this WTC cycle, we saw he was nursing a hamstring injury, which I think affected his bowling performances in the final against Australia. Umesh Yadav was struggling to click 140, which is not a good sign when you are playing on the merit of your pace. And even in the second innings with the old ball, he was failing to get that reverse swing going. In the second innings, he bowled a bit better than the first innings, but how long will the Indian team continue to rely on Umesh Yadav, given his inconsistency with the ball, given his shaky track record in terms of fitness? So that's a call the Indian team management have to take. But I think the Indian team management phased out Ishant Sharma from the test side, the next in the list will be Umesh Yadav. It was a good entertaining stage for the fans to witness Umesh Yadav ball, especially in Indian circuit where the pacers generally don't get that much of assistance. But Umesh Yadav has done his service for the Indian team, and it's time to look beyond Umesh Yadav in the test circuit at least. Let us know in the comment section what you think about all the players that we talked about today. One is Rohit Sharma. Ideally he should stay. Number 2 is Cheteshwar Pujara. It's time to look beyond Cheteshwar Pujara. Mohammad Shami is the third player. I think he should stay. He is one of the most skillful bowlers going around, and one of the fittest also. And the last one is Umesh Yadav in this video. In my opinion, he has done his service for India, and it's time to look beyond Rohit Sharma in the test circuit. Let us know in the comment section what you think, and keep following RevSportz for more such stories.